You, 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 you. What's up, y'all? Tell like it is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. So Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis, man, comes to a draw, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I thought it was a good fight, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold y'all, man. I thought it was a good fight, man. To be honest with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit up and hold y'all. I thought it was a good fight. It is what it is. I kind of caught the fight a little late, to be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was at the bar and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm a little, a little saucy and shit like that. Your boy a little saucy. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm a little saucy right now. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. I'm good, feeling good like I should. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, though, man. But hold on. Let me roll this up real quick. But yeah, man, I thought it was a good fight, man. I thought it was a good fight. But I'm gonna keep it a dollar bean, man. You know, for those people that's running around here saying that Lamont Roach should have won the fight, hey. You know, and this is crazy. You know what's crazy to me, and when I knew this was going to be a good fight, to be honest, they asked Gervonta Davis not too long ago. I want to say it was like one of these interviews. When did I see this? It had to be like the other day or a few days ago. But anyway, it was like a short reel or something like that. And they asked Gervonta Davis about a bunch of fighters on whether or not they would be a challenge or he would absolutely dog walk them, right? Now, I remember he asked about a lot of them fighters, but it was what it was, right? So he said a lot of them fighters would have been easy work, but one of the names that came up, obviously, I think it was Floyd. Floyd was one of them, but Lomachenko was one of them. And he said Lomachenko would be a challenge. Okay, cool. You know, he got his opinion. He's an expert in the sport because that's something that he's actually doing in his profession. So he knows who's them guys and stuff like that. But when it came down to the point where he was like Lamont Roach, and he titled Lamont Roach to be a challenge, that to me, I was like, yeah, Lamont Roach is no joke. Lamont Roach can't be no, like, as far as us as like boxing fans, we looking at a nigga like Lamont Roach like, man, that nigga garbage, man. Get that nigga the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we looking at it. But to be honest, you know, when he said, here's another reason why I knew the fight was going to be good. Him and Gervonta Davis they sparred in the amateurs, and it really came down to the end. And Lamont Roach felt that he won, and you know, the judges or whatever it was some kind of controversial decision. Let's just get to that, right? Which is funny because they fought in professionals, and it's a controversial decision. It is, man. It is, man. Just tell like it is TV, man. Y'all know I fuck with the boy Tank. But that was a close fight, man. That was a close fight, man. And it is what it is. Hold on, let me grab my ashtray real quick. Hold up. Damn, where the fuck is the ashtray? Yeah, man. It was a controversial decision, man. Straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we about to light up on YouTube. It is what it is. This ain't for the kids, so you know, make sure you put the kids to bed and shit. We don't condone smoking and all that, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We over here on the live with it, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I turned the camera. I felt like turning the camera on today, so fuck it. Let's go ahead and get it popping. But yeah, when he said that he had controversial decision with Gervonta Davis as far as the amateurs, I knew that, okay, you know, this is going to be a really competitive fight for real. For as far as what we think of it, oh no, that nigga Lamont Roach, man, ain't nobody fucking with him. Don't nobody know Lamont Roach. That nigga garbage. That nigga ass. Get that nigga the fuck up out of here. But see, this is what happens. You know what I mean? When you don't do your research and you don't do your, you know, due diligence and shit like that, and actually listening to these guys and digging into backgrounds. If you would have dug into the background, this fight tonight, you would have known this was getting ready to happen. It was going to be a close fight. It was going to be controversial because he stated that it was controversial in the amateurs. It's not like one nigga went to, like Gervonta Davis went to middleweight and this nigga is at motherfucking junior welterweight and shit, and he got to make a big jump. No, this nigga just got to, he going to the next weight class, which he already fought in. He already fought in that in 135. So that's not a problem for a guy like that. You see what I'm saying? So I thought the fight was a good fight, man. And if what Gervonta Davis did in that, I forgot what round it was, but whatever he did when he took a knee or did some weird shit like that, that should have been counted as a knockdown. And if we're judging it based off what the scores cards are, Gervonta Davis lost the fight. If we're judging it based off that, you know what I'm saying? Like I caught the fight a few late, so I can't really give y'all, you know, the real scorecard of what I would have actually had. I caught the fight a little late. I think I caught it by like 4th round or some shit like that. I think I caught it by like 4th round or something like that. So, you know, it kind of was what it was, but damn, that shit burnt. Damn, I burned my L live. Oh shit. Damn, man. But anyway. Damn. But anyway, I thought it was a good fight, man. It was a hella fight, man. Them boys was in there banging. Point blank, period. But you know, it's one of those kind of controversial wins for Gervonta Davis, and he absolutely jumped in the post fight interview saying that hey, he's willing to do the rematch. You know, I think when they fight, period, it's always going to be that fight is always going to be close because neither guy is giving up nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like Lamont Roach was standing on business and Gervonta Davis was standing on business. You know what I'm saying? And neither of these guys are like supreme boxers to where the point it's like, you know, they trying to outpoint motherfuckers. Like, no, these niggas come in here to try to do you dirty and put belt their ass. They go in here and try to put in an ass whooping at the end of the day and put a whole demolition down. You see what I'm saying? And I thought both fighters displayed that tonight. From round 4 to on, I thought both fighters displayed that. You know what I mean? Who y'all niggas got winning, man? He said, my boy ain't no joke in here, LOL joke, but that was a good ass fight. What you mean? Your boy ain't no joke? What you talking about? Your boy Tank or your boy Lamont Roach? Or you talking about your boy Tell Like This TV? Yeah, if you talk about Tell Like This TV, you're damn right. Your boy ain't no joke. The real deal, Holyfield out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck they talking about? You know what I mean? But I thought it was a good fight, man. It was a good fight. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my brother, man. I don't know if he in the building or not, but he may not be. But shout out to him though. I just seen his he hit me on Facebook Messenger and shit. So I don't know if he in the building or not. But if he is in the building, shout out to B Money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to B Money. That was a good ass fight, man. Them boys was in there. They were standing on business. They were standing on business, man. Straight up and down. The business got stood on there, man. It was a good fight, man. Compared to what everybody, as far as the boxing masses, people like when the fight got made, it's like, man, what the fuck? Ain't nobody trying to see that shit, man. This nigga Tank a whole ass nigga, Tank a bitch ass nigga. Tank ain't trying to fight nobody. Turned out to be a good fucking fight. Turned out to be a good fight, man. You know, and this is not the first fight where Tank had a situation like this, to where the point we left the fight like, oof. You know what I'm saying? Tank could have lost that fight, man. Tank could have lost that fight. This is not the first time. The other time this happens with Isaac Cruz. You know what I'm saying? There were some people running around like, you know, Tank won, but you know, it's possible he could have, you know, some people had Tank losing that fight or being a draw or whatever the case may be. But me personally, I thought Tank won that fight. I thought he outboxed Isaac Cruz easy with one hand. Okay, with one hand. Okay, I thought he did that. With this fight right here, man, it was a challenge for him, man. Old boy was countering back with shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't letting Tank do his thing. Like, I thought Tank started to pick it up here and there, but the fight was really close, man. The fight was really close, man. Really competitive fight. And you know, for those of us that was running around here, man, this fight some bullshit. It's gonna be a million videos talking about how Tank lost this fight. It's gonna be a million of them. Okay, all y'all didn't give a fuck about this fight. Lamont Roach, a hoe ass nigga, he ain't shit. Lamont Roach, he ain't shit, right? You know what I mean? And here it is, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Kind of struggled with the boy tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the judge's decision because from what I seen, it was really a kind of a pick'em fight. It really was kind of a pick'em fight. Now, I'll be able to see the whole fight and give a full assessment of the fight. But as of right now, I only caught from round 4 up until the decision. You know what I'm saying? And Lamont Roach, man, he had his moments, man. He definitely had his moments in the fight for sure. Like, he definitely was doing his thing. I can't even hold Lamont Roach, man. I can't even hold Lamont Roach, man. He was doing this thing. Y'all know I fuck with Tank, the silverback gorilla. There is no one gorilla. You know what I'm saying? But, man, that boy Lamont Roach, man, he was coming with it, man. For all the doubters and all the people that said he easy work and he a whole ass nigga, he a bitch. He why is Tank fighting this nigga? We see why Tank fighting this nigga. Did Tank actually pick this nigga? You know what I'm saying? The matchmakers that made this fight, did they want to see Tank lose? Did they want to see Tank lose? Obviously they didn't want to see Tank lose because he didn't lose the fight. He kind of lost the fight, but he didn't lose the fight, if you know what I'm saying, right? Is this a message to Tank? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this Calvin Ford? You know, for whatever weird ass reason, this nigga decides he don't want to train this nigga no more, or, you know, or Tank moves this nigga off of the camp for this particular, because Calvin Ford was still in the corner. He just wasn't the lead trainer. And to me, that shit was kind of weird. I'm like, maybe they doing this shit to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what I was thinking low key. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. I'm like, man, these niggas doing this shit to sell the fight, bro. It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna tune in regardless. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to be doing weird ass games and shit like this. Like, you know, him and Floyd mysteriously beefing and shit every time this nigga got a fight. Like, come on, bro. You at the point y'all ain't got to do this shit no more, bro. Like, it is what it is. Because, you know, before the fight got postponed, you know, he was beefing with Floyd. Floyd stuck in Saudi Arabia, you know, this, that, and third. Floyd on some bread and da-da-da-da, right? Which is kind of crazy, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, then the fight gets canceled. He keep talking about the fight being canceled. They get pushed back, this, that, and the third. And then, you know, it is what it is. So did they want to see Tank? Was this a message to Tank? Was this fight a message to Tank Davis based off how Tank Davis might be moving? Okay, they pulled the nigga trainer away from him. Okay. They gave that nigga a tough opponent. Let's be real. You know, they've been giving that nigga after nigga his last few fights, right? One thing we criticize about Floyd Mayweather is, he don't fight brothers. He don't fight brothers. And then it build up to where the point people were running around saying, Tank Davis, he don't fight no brothers. He don't fight no brothers. This nigga last 2 opponents been brothers. And they've been giving him good work. They've been giving Tank good work. Let's be honest. We got to be honest. We got to be honest. So when we really start thinking about shit, like I heard Tank say some shit about, oh, Floyd tried to set me up with Pedraza. Floyd know the game, bro. If Floyd gonna set you up, he'll set you up with a nigga like Lamont Roach. That's what he would do. Yes, he would. Mm-hmm. If Floyd is gonna set you up, Floyd is gonna set you up with a nigga like Lamont Roach. Straight up and down. Because Lamont Roach is a capable fighter that is capable of making you look bad. He may not be able to beat you, but he can make you look bad. And if anything, in this fight with Lamont Roach, he made you look bad. He got people running around here to the point people want to see a rematch. People saying you got exposed. I won't go as far as saying that Tank Davis got exposed. I won't jump down that because Tank has always been a nigga. He ain't never been somebody that's really defensively sound. He's gonna get hit. He's there to be hit, but you got to be able to. He's able to take it, so you better be ready to deal with that shit he got coming on that back end. You know what I'm saying? That back end fight is a problem for most people when it comes down to Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be willing to jab, cross, left, uppercut, down to the body, move around the ring. But are you willing to handle that same pressure when it comes down to Tank Davis, motherfucking throwing them blows and throwing them bows like Ludacris? We drop bows on them. We drop bows on them when we throw them bows. We drop bows on them. We drop bows on them when we throw them bows. Cadillac grills, you know what I'm saying? Cadillac grills looking ass, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, though, man. But I thought it was a great fight, man. I thought it was a great fight for sure. Both fighters did their thing. And, you know, shout out to Lamont Roach, man. Shout out to his family and all that. Shout out to Tank Davis, breaking bread with another brother at the end of the day. That's always got to be saluted because we got to keep it even, Steven. You know, if you're going to criticize, oh man, Tank, he don't fight brothers. He don't be giving brothers the opportunity. And Floyd and them niggas don't be giving brothers the opportunity. Tank done gave two niggas opportunities to have the limelight and get a bag. And get a bag fucking with him. Tank did that. Two niggas, back to back. So if Tank get out here and start fighting nothing but Mexicans and Europeans and shit like that, he gave two tough niggas their opportunities. Tank pulling a nigga up. Tank pulling a nigga up. And he fighting a nigga at 135, man. Take a whole ass nigga. Who would you want him to fight at 135 that you would have called respectable? Who would you have called respectable at 135? Okay, who would you call respectable at 135 that you would have said if Tank fought him and that wasn't lined up for a fight? Let's get this clear. That wasn't lined up for a fight. Who would you call respectable opponent that you would have sat back and been like, well, you know, shit, hey, you know, it is what it is. Tank is fighting this nigga at 135 for the belt. Fuck it. You can't find nobody who would have been at that point that you would have called it a respectable opponent. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? When Tank fought and Lamont Roach was a respectable opponent, they got history together. They fought twice in the amateurs, coming down to controversial decisions. Based on what we seen tonight, another controversial decision. Another controversial decision. So therefore, you know, it was worth it. It was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Much as people complain, this, that, and the third, the fight was worth it, man. The fight was worth it straight up and down, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold y'all on that, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you call that a knockdown, Tank Davis loses that fight. If that's called a knockdown, based on how they had it judged, Tank Davis loses that fight. So once again, Lamont Roach loses another controversial decision. That's just the facts. Y'all know I fuck with Tank. Y'all know I fuck with Tank, the silverback gorilla, and there still is no one Rilla. That's a fact. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But Lamont Roach, man, he was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad for Lamont Roach, man, because a lot of people shitted on this fight, man. Oh, my goodness. Bro, so many people shitted on this fight, it wasn't even funny. But everybody and their mama watching the fight, though. I seen a nigga at the bar. This nigga was motherfucking trying to stream the fight. That's how I knew the fight. I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I got to get back to the crib. Because the fight was on. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, like, how people be like, oh, yeah, that fight ain't shit. Da, 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 da. Man, mad people knew about this fight. Mad people knew about this fight. You know what I'm saying? When you a star like Gervonta Tank Davis, people going to know about what it is that you're doing at the end of the day, point blank period. People gonna know that. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, this nigga Tank. Oh yeah, that nigga Tank fighting. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Tank, that nigga get it in. Tank be scrapping. You know what I'm saying? You know you're gonna get a knockout fucking with Tank too. But in this fight, he didn't get a knockout. He tried. But me personally, bro, in my personal feelings, I'm gonna keep it a dollar being with y'all. My personal feelings with this shit. I personally feel like Calvin Ford needed to be in that corner for Tank to get that knockout. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is with him and Calvin Ford got going on, that's something special. That's something that's bigger than it's bigger than some boxing, some boxing trainer type shit. Like, like that's like really family, like, something spiritual is about that connection. You know what I'm saying? That I felt like if Calvin was in that situation as far as the head trainer, he'd probably get Lamont Roach the fuck up out of there. He'd probably get his ass all the way the fuck up out of there. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Get his ass all the way the fuck out the paint. You see what I'm saying? But with Barry Hunter, and that's no, not the Barry Hunter, because Barry Hunter got fighters that put belt to ass, right? That's no, not the Barry Hunter, straight up. But yeah, man. I don't know what it is with Calvin Ford, man. Calvin Ford been talking real weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like his heart not really in it like that. As far as I don't know if him and Tank is having like some kind of listen, him and Tank gotta be having some like issues going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about. Some type of disagreements, and to where the point it gets down to a point where it's like, all right, listen. Before this shit get ugly, I'm just gonna motherfucking step to the side because I got too much love for you to motherfucking get into like a real spill and we end up beefing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that might be the real situation going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Because it makes no sense. Like Calvin Ford is so much more for you to accomplish with Gervonta Davis. Why now? Why now? You know what I'm saying? Why now? What's the whole, what is this whole thing going on? You know what I'm saying? To where the point you willing to step aside and, I hear him saying, oh, yeah, I listened to an interview with Calvin Ford talking about, yeah, he know the amateurs is my piece and the amateurs is my piece. Well, okay, bro, you have you have somebody. This is why I call bullshit on a lot of this shit. You got somebody that's the fucking cash cow, okay? As you're the lead trainer to a fucking cash cow. And you're telling me you're willing to let that nigga step aside. You're willing to step aside and let another nigga get that and get that light, get that opportunity, get that shine with as much of a career that Gervonta Tank Davis has left. You're willing to leave all that shit behind? Bro, there's got to be something more than what the fuck is being told. It has to be. There's no way. I'm not buying that, bro. I'm not buying that. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying that. There's definitely something behind the scenes going on that us as the public, we just don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And in all truth does come to light. We know that, right? All truth does come to light. But at the end of the day, as of right now, it's very political, okay? So we'll figure out what's going on when that time comes. We'll see what happens with Gervonta Davis next fight. Does he run it back with Lamont Roach? We'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? All the greats, when people, because I haven't listened to any YouTube videos yet. When I get off here, I'm a fan of this shit, just like any of y'all, right? I'm gonna go ahead and listen to some of my favorite subscribers. 78 Sports TV. I don't know. Ticket don't really be fucking with the boxing shit no more. It is what it is, but he might make a video about it. Maybe Carcino. Carcino is another one who really don't be fucking with boxing like that no more. But he might make a video about it. But anyway, the champ sides. A lot of these people that's gonna be talking about doing recaps. Southpaw TV. So it's gonna be a lot of guys that's gonna have a lot to say about this particular fight. But at the end of the day, like I said, I thought it was a great fight, man. And I thought it was a close fight. And if you got Lamont Roach winning this fight, I'm not even mad at you, man. I'm a heavy Tank Davis fan. It was a close fight. I liked what I seen from Tank, but I can't lie to y'all and say, I wasn't impressed with the shit Lamont Roach was coming with. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach was coming with it, bro. Lamont Roach was coming with it, man. I ain't gonna sit up and hold y'all niggas, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Before I lie to y'all, I'll delete the channel. The day Tell Like This TV get up here capping and shit, I delete the channel. You know what I'm saying? I delete the channel, get rid of the whole channel before I sit up here and lie to y'all niggas. Straight up. Straight up. Y'all know Tell Like This TV. We gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it straight up and down. We're gonna keep it a whole bean pie. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it a whole bean pie at the end of the day. And sometimes you gotta keep it a whole bean pie. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, that was a close fight, man. That was a hell of a close fight, man. One of the judges had Tank winning, and the other two judges had it a draw. If you count the knockdown, that means Tank Davis lost on 2 cards, and it was a draw on 1 card. Now, Tank's excuse is that, he got his hair done and he got grease in his eye and shit like that. Coming from somebody, that gets their hair braided and shit like that and get their hair done. Sometimes there's certain grease and certain shit that they can use that can get in your eye, especially if you are, competing, especially if you're competing and you're sweating. You know what I'm saying? I've had that happen before where, I'm in a basketball game or something, and I just got my hair braided or something. I'm sweating crazy, and sweat come down my eye. That shit get in my eye. That should have, sting my eye for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the nigga really felt like, he couldn't see for a little second, but that was just the wrong posture to take for Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it $1. That was the wrong posture to take. I think honestly, if we go back and look at this fight, maybe that nigga hit that nigga in his eye. And that's what caused that nigga to not see. You know what I'm saying? Because it did come after an exchange. And that's what was kind of like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because we see, if you've been watching boxing, you've been watching a motherfucker get hit, bro, and then it'll take at least like a half a second for a motherfucker to feel that bitch. Like, oh. And then all of a sudden motherfucker step back and be like, yo, yeah, hold up. Yeah, hold on. Let me take a knee. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamel Charlo when his ass got hit by Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Canelo hit his ass. Oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head. You know what I'm saying? Hit that nigga upside his head. That nigga thought about that shit and said, yeah, hold up. That shit was a little bit too hard. Took a knee. You see what I'm saying? So, this kind of stuff happens. It definitely happens. Deontay Wilder, y'all know that's my man, 100 grand. You know what I'm saying? When he got hit by Big Bang Zane, that nigga got hit. Boosh. Yo, hold up, man. That nigga hit me. That nigga hit me in my eye, nigga. What the fuck is this shit, nigga? What the fuck is y'all niggas on this shit? You know what I'm saying? And got his ass knocked out after that. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But, it happens. You know what I mean? But in that case, they could have called that a knockdown. They really could. Even the commentators was like, that should have been a knockdown. That's when you know it's bad. And this is probably why Tank is so welcoming to the rematch. I'm going to say this. Tank need to go find the big fights instead of doing the rematch. If you can't get no other big fights, then you do the rematch. But if you can get another big fight, you go do the big fight instead of the rematch. Because Lamont Roach is dangerous. He's dangerous for you. He's one of those perfect opponents for you. Now, you can beat him. I'm not going to sit up here and act like Tank can't beat the nigga. Tank can't beat the nigga. He can knock the nigga out as well, too. I just felt like a lot of this stuff, you know, like I said, man, you just can't take credit from certain boxers, man. Lamont Roach is a hellified opponent, bro. And some people just got your number like that, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, you can still beat these people, right? Even though they got your number, but they match up very well to you. You see what I'm saying? Anybody who know matchups and things like that, as far as like, you know, football, you know, certain teams, like for instance, right? A team in a division might, you know, give like it might be one of the best teams in the league, but in division play, you see what I'm saying? They're so used to playing these players. They're, you know, playing these teams and playing these players. They're accustomed to and pretty much know the tendencies of these teams. They know them. They play them twice a year, every year, compared to a team who play these niggas once every 5 years, once every 10 years, once every 8 years, once every 3 years. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those kind of situations with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. It's a division fucking game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. See what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a rivalry matchup. And it don't matter how bad of a team might doing, who got injuries, this, that, and the third. Them games is always going to be close, and anybody can fucking lose. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. That's Gervonta Davis and goddamn Lamont Roach. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the fucking Baltimore Ravens. Y'all know I'm a big Pittsburgh fan, so that's why I'm using that analogy. You know what I mean? But for those sports fans out there, you know, y'all know what time it is. You can use your own analogy as far as rivalries. Just think about a rivalry, something that's close, competitive, comes down to the wire. Any man can win. Any man can win. Any team can win. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of situation going on with Gervonta Davis and you know, Lamont Roach. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is, man. It's a familiar rival. So when you have that, you have the ups on that. You know what I'm saying? When it's somebody you used to competing against, you have the kind of ups on that. And if that person is not on game or that person is not on point, nigga, you can lose. You can lose because skill-wise and all of that, everything is pretty much close. Everything is pretty much close. Nothing is really off of, you know, nobody's really super better than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? The competitive level is right there. And that's what Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach is. And a lot of people didn't believe in that. They didn't want to believe in that. Oh,